Welcome to episode 4 of The Greatest Game Ever Played. I'm Dennis Warson. This week, we're going to keep going with the 94 game. We're going to cut to an interview that Steve Mooney did with me on camera for a change, talking about how I got my start in the sport. And we're going to see a between the legs throw. We're going to see a bunch more turnovers. New York not playing very well at all. We're going to see Danny Eriksson, Anders Botfredsen, and Anders Urimbre playing great. And we'll see what else we come up with this week on The Greatest Game Ever Played. So sit back and enjoy.
Sweden then make the pull. The first time in this game that they've led. It drops shallow. And US will start on their own goal line with Basta. An immediate turnover, terrible play out of his own end zone there by Basta, and Sweden have a great opportunity to go further ahead. Taking his time to go inside, still not inside the end zone. They can't find a man free. He's got 10 seconds to find somebody. Eriksson breaks to the left, but they go right, and that's another goal for Sweden, and they've got a 2-goal cushion.
Finding Urimbre in the end zone for a 5-3 lead. I'm sure New York, that is the US, will call a timeout to regroup. They are not playing very well, and Sweden has jumped on them with 4 straight goals.
Sweden then to throw off, leading by 2. Another very high throw by the Swedish side. And USA will get them going as quick as they possibly can. Trying to strike back immediately as Sweden lead by 2. Flores gets that one forward. Warson in the middle of the field. A hammer throw, a spectacular play. If it falls, it's going to be a great goal, but it can't get there. Sweden get there first, and it was Anders Botfredsen, the veteran for Sweden, knew exactly where that was coming down, and he makes the grab, and USA fail in their attempt to get straight back into this game. It was a spectacular effort, though. Tried the hammer throw, the overhead. Sweden building from the back with Botfredsen. He's too high, though, for Jalovic. It's going to fall out of play. Good works for US. Gets it inside to Mike Nevins. Nevins keeps it low, too low. It's going to fall onto the ground, but Andy?
There was a foul on the play. Number 8 for Sweden, Carl Norling.
Carl Norling, number 8, recovered from injury to play in this game. USA have possession though. Right on the edge of the end zone is Danny Warson. Warson can't find anyone free inside. He'd like to be in there himself. Loves to receive the disc inside. This time he makes the assist.
Yes, Juan Flores was cutting from the stack, moving to his left. Dennis Warson, he is such a big guy, made a nice pivot with a left-handed throw to bring the US within 1, 5-4.
So, just give me a little background into how you got your start.
How I got my start in Ultimate? I was playing on the SUNY Purchase basketball team. I was a walk-on. I'd gotten cut as a basketball player in high school at some point. Super late bloomer, I wasn't very tall. But by the time I went to college, I was about 6'4" and still growing, and I just walked on and started playing basketball. One day when I was coming back from basketball practice with a ball in my hand, I think it was Mike Farnham, just like, hey you, put down that sphere. Literally, so that's why I think flatball it goes back to that first moment. I kind of like, put down that sphere, like what? What is that? What is that? Like, I've never heard of basketball referred to as a sphere. So I walked over and similar to your story, as soon as I walked out on the field, all of a sudden people were kind of like, and I remember it's pretty obvious how to play from the first second. I'd thrown a Frisbee on the beach all growing up, and it seemed pretty obvious what you wanted to do. It's like I would just go to the open space, and so sure enough, I'm on offense, and I take off, go to some open space, and somebody, maybe Matty J or somebody, throws a bomb, and it's in the end zone. Thought I knew how to play the game. I sprint down, and I lay out, and I just miss it, and I was just like pissed. And everybody's like, yeah! And I'm like, is the object of the game to catch the thing or not? Because I'm pissed, and they're all yelling, and they're all so happy, and it's of course because it was good enough. Like they could see that I could move, and I didn't catch that one, but I was going to be catching a few more in the future. And I guess I was hooked too. I didn't really get that hooked that day or that season. I think that was '86. But right after the season ended, Matty J took me to college nationals in '86 in St. Louis. And then I saw what it was all about, and it was like a really big deal. I think it's so wild now. Like it seems so embedded and so a part of life, and I was like, this is what I'm going to do, and it was so official and such a big deal. And that was the 3rd college nationals ever. I can't even believe, now there's been 30 of them, and for something that seemed so embedded and official, and now I look back, yeah, it's pretty wild. We were all pretty close to the beginning of this thing. The very next year, the spring, we advanced to nationals in SUNY Purchase. That was just about the best moment of my entire career. Just like, I'm going to this national championships, first big thing that we won. When I was a young player, I would have jumped on the pro league. I would have done anything. And the spirit of the game, quite honestly, sometimes it was a punchline, and in order for us to get legitimacy, we needed officials in my mind. And now, fast forward, I got a kid, and what do I want to teach my kid? I want to teach him spirit of the game and sportsmanship, and like we were onto something right then.
That's the way. Let's go, New York! Stop and score! Stop and score!
Wilson with the pull. It stays low. And it'll hit the end zone before rolling out of play. As Utimate gets things going here for Sweden, New York, USA, adopting a zone defense, Andy.
Yes, they're playing the zone up front. You'll see number 24, Amos Himmelstein, marking number 13, Forsgren. They play a 2-3-2 defense. They're doing this to slow Sweden down. They're getting open against New York or the U.S.'s man-to-man defense, and here they're trying to bottle them up in their end zone. Seems to be working right now.
Successful so far. Unable to make much progress up the field. They still have possession. Sweden with Forsgren. Just passing it between themselves, but still stuck right back there. Successful zone defense by the USA then. And it's out again, this time to the left of the end zone.
The object here for Sweden is to keep the disc moving. The longer they hold it, the more successful the U.S. zone will become. It's just like in basketball. You throw it around the perimeter and then try to hit it into the middle like they're doing right now, Simon.
Great cheeky pass there through his legs. That was nice to see. But still, they're pinned right back there in the end zone, trying anything to get it by the U.S. markers.
Right moves, right moves, right moves!
Forsgren out to Robertson. Robertson has to go back. With all these passes, it's so easy to give the disc over as a turnover. They finally get it out of their end zone and perhaps can try and set something up here. Good hammer throw there by Eriksson, successful to Robertson. Great play by the Swedish inspirational leader. Gets that one forward. This is good forward movement by the Swedes. They finally broke out of that Good zone defense by New York, and now have a chance to set up something at the other end of the field. This is very good work by the Swedes, and thoroughly deserving of that goal.
An unbelievable play by Eriksson, throwing cross field, hammer, hitting his man, then moving it to the right side. New York zone broke down. They went man-to-man, but someone failed to pick up number 9, Anders Jarmre, in the corner for a 6-4 Sweden lead. There's nobody in your zone. I know he dropped. I'm looking. I don't see anybody there.
Add one more thing. Say drop right shoulder, drop left shoulder. Just do that, okay?
Drop 10 yards.
So that way he can look to his right shoulder and see him, okay?
I'm not saying that's your play, but if you drop back a little bit, they might not throw that.
Right.
Okay, but I'm trying.
Sweden pull this time, leading by 6 goals to 4. Gets plenty of height, but not much distance on that one. And USA try and get things going again quickly. They'll need to get back in this game. We saw how Sweden against Canada were very capable of coming from behind. This time they'll be enjoying the lead, and that's great quick play downfield. Sheehan makes the diving attempt, can't get there, just out of his reach.
New York was trying to quickly strike back, but the throw by John Gores just did not have enough air on it for his colleague Andy Sheeman to run under it. Sweden's disc.
Anders Borfordson for the Swedes.
There was an obstruction in the middle of the field. That is known as a pick call. Play stops. Swedes retain the disc.
And again, he'll have 10 seconds to release it. Goes long, goes for the spectacular but very risky play, and it didn't come off for him. USA start back by their own end zone. Skip Kuhn goes low to his backhand, and the USA use the flanks to move this down. The foot was just out of bounds though, so Sweden get control of the disc with the throw-in. And it's Carl Norling looking for the overhead. In the end goes short, and a timeout called Sweden.
A very smart timeout called by the veteran Botvizin. His team is leading by 2. New York is playing very shakily, and now they have a chance to score another to go up 7-4.
Eric, transition.
Sweden stacking their offense in a direct line. Good passing down the field. Yunnan makes the grab. A bit of traveling there, but it's not going to count. He was just trying to get control. Good pass into the middle. Another goal for Sweden. Anders Botvizin, so often the pivot man, getting forward there into the end zone. Good goal.
Botvizin, great concentration here. He starts the play off in midfield after the timeout. He runs all the way into the end zone after making the first completed pass. He gets the throw from Namir Yunnan to give Sweden a 7-4 lead.
Whew, 7-4. We're down. A lot of turnovers. We're not playing very well. Did you see that through the legs by Anders, through Amos's legs? He was looking for it. He delivered. Got a little rise out of the crowd. That's it. Hope you enjoy. We'll see you next week on the greatest game ever played.